Thank you, Chris. Yeah, well, it's very pleasing to see so many people here today and mark the occasion of the redevelopment of the facilities out here at Boyagin. Just before I start on talking about those things, I'd just like to read you an email I had from Ray Marshall a couple of days ago. As Greg mentioned, Ray's not well and in Perth having treatment. And he says, hello all, as you're aware I will not be present at the official opening of Phase 1 of the Boyagin Rock project. Needless to say, I'm very disappointed, but it is for what it is. I take this opportunity to wish you all well as to this important occasion, and as Chairman, thank you all for your unwavering and enduring support. Yours respectfully, Ray. Yeah, it's been a great journey actually, the whole thing, and I haven't been to all the meetings that we've had up here, but I've certainly been to some of them, and sometimes there's been quite serious things to sort out, and in the end I think it's all sorted pretty well, and it's been a real pleasure actually doing all this. And Ray Marshall reformed the Pinsley Tourism Group after Dawn Box had her health had deteriorated and she was doing pretty much on her own. So Ray got a group together about 9 years ago actually, and this has led to the Boyagin Rock Working Group, which has done all the work towards this here, well, tying it together anyway. And I'd also like to remember the late Merv Abraham, who was a member of our group until a couple of years ago, and Mervyn's contribution was quite significant too. In the earlier stage, the group also included Vince Holt, who's here today, doing a bit of photography, and Vince was a member of the group in the beginning, and then he became a project manager, and in that position he felt it was that he should step down from the committee, but in actual fact Vince has done an enormous amount of work towards all this, and fundraising and putting applications in for that sort of thing, and obtaining funding and collaboration from all the bodies involved, to say, it has been considerable. So thank you, Vince. The project started 8 years ago when the Pinsley Tourism Group moved a motion that the facilities of Boyagin be restored and upgraded to a more welcoming visitor experience and discourage the inappropriate use of the site. And the old facilities were actually not in very good state, and we do get, I think, probably quite a few visitors come through here. I passed a car this morning that's coming over that possibly had been, and I noticed we've had some other visitors here today while we're getting on with this celebration. There have been meetings with Brooklyn and Pinsley Noongar people and the Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions and the Boyagin Working Group to ensure the project fell in line with the sensitivity of the traditional owners, and at the same time their story is here for visitors to see and learn about, as well as enjoy the natural bush and the rock. Funding. Initially the Pinsley Tourism Group received a grant from the Lotteries Commission to do a feasibility study on the possible redevelopment of the facilities around Boyagin, which proved a positive platform to commence planning and discussion. It was quite controversial, that study, and of course it gave us a good start to work on and sort out the things that were desirable and not desirable, and I hope that we've done something that is suitable to everybody, and particularly the Noongar community, where the rock is so important to their tradition. At this function today, in stage one there have been considerable contributions from the Wheatbelt Development Commission and the Department of Biodiversity Conservation and Attractions, and it's Greg Durrell and Chris Stewart, and they've been very helpful and cooperative, and the whole thing has been very good. And also the Finchley Shire, and they have done work in kind and considerable work, and we also had an offer from the Brookton Shire, but in the end I think Finchley were able to do it themselves. And we thank Brookton for their offer. It was all very encouraging to Ray and the rest of our group that everything was so forthcoming when we were getting things together. At this function today we're celebrating the completion of stage 1 of the project, which is the construction of the facilities and walking trail we see here today. This has been done by the DBCA with road building and cleaning up of old facilities by the Finchley Shire. Stage 2, the plan is stage 2 will be managed by the Seabrook Aboriginal Corporation to provide, I think I've got the right word, a storyboard and yarning area, with a suggestion for perhaps enhancing the walk trail, and this is my suggestion, with examples of bush tucker and medicines, which will probably be very educational to visitors. And we look forward to the completion of the next stage and perhaps the development in the future of group educational talks and tours. During the development of this project, the Boyagin Rock Working Group have found it a real pleasure working with the various parties. So thank you very much, everyone.